So in the movie, Schwarzenegger's like in the mud or whatever, and he comes over, where he was in like, there's like a trench, and he's like covered up, and all you see.
Yeah, I'm sorry. For a second there, you got me wrong. I really don't care.
Oh.
Feels good to be back though, dude. Like, how long have I been bothering you to be back in here? They got people coming in here at 3, so you're gonna have to not talk so fucking much.
Dude, I don't talk. You do. I'm just happy to be here. I do my part.
You want me to cue in your intro?
If you got it ready, we're ready.
We're ready. So cue in the intro, or just leave it as is for now?
I say let's cue the intro. 3.
Stand by.
What up, what up?
Welcome, everybody. The boys are back.
Boys are back in town.
There it is. Yeah. So we're excited to come back into the studio and I don't know, just chit chat with each other about life. It's been a few months and there's been a lot of shit that's gone down.
Yeah, man.
The world is going crazy. Sports world is blowing up with exciting stuff. Yeah. Our individual lives are just rolling.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, did you? So, okay. I don't want to do a whole bunch of politics, but did you watch any of the dinner, the Al Smith, the Catholic dinner last night?
I have seen one highlight.
Dude,
no.
I would tell you this. Trump was funnier than shit, man. He called out Bill de Blasio, and he actually said it. He was like, I don't give a shit. He was a horrible mayor. He should be in jail. Like, it was great. And then he hit Letitia James. He hit, Schumer. He was like, as long as Hillary doesn't win, Chuck would still have a chance to become the first female president. Dude, he killed it last night. I'm not gonna lie.
That's the clip I saw. In the moment I saw that clip, I've realized Trump had somebody write him a decent script this time.
Probably. I like the comedian that they had, Jim Gaffigan. He's a super Catholic, I guess, and is very good friends with Cardinal Dolan. So that's why I was wondering why, like the last couple, I thought that Gaffigan has done that.
Okay.
But somebody mentioned it on the news cycle this morning. But I just, there was a lot of funny shit that happened at that thing last night. We watched it for a little bit.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
No, it's worth a watch. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll just run off real quick. Just take.
Yeah, it's all right, man. Yeah. I got it.
You sure?
You sure?
Sure? All right.
I'll have guest appearances. I'll figure it out.
I'll probably just watch it later.
Yeah. I'm sure you will.
Yeah, because you know me. I love to watch Trump.
So, did fall ball just end up? Or is it just finished this past week?
Fall ball's finished.
Yeah.
Yeah, fall ball's finished. We are through all of the games for the 2024 calendar year.
There you go.
Baseball. And now we dive into planning for next season.
That's got to feel a little good, right?
You got that figured out, Jim?
Hey, man, shut up.
You good? It's not like we've never been here before.
I am vertically challenged, and I refuse to sit lower than you.
Kiko, send him the bill for the chair that he just ruined.
It's on it.
The leather is nice.
Baseball season, it's a year-round thing for everybody. But we got a good core group of guys that are helping out. And some exciting opportunities for next season. So it'd be really good.
Any changes or adding some other communities potentially?
Not officially. No.
Do you guys go up to Janesville yet?
Well, we get players that come down from a pretty decent drive in Wisconsin. But no, I wouldn't say that we ever try to really reach into Janesville.
But I mean, you've been doing Beloit and Clinton and actually playing games out there, which is really nice. So there's multiple communities involved, which I really think is really good for youth baseball. So
it is really good. And honestly, if I had my way, every community would have their own unique individual league that they operate internally.
They're just not big enough to have their own league, though.
Well, but I agree to an extent. They're not. The leagues are not big enough now. They all exist. They all have something. It's a Boys and Girls Club. It's a YMCA. It's some other local organization, independent like us. Many of them are just so small they can't sustain.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like,
on their own,
like a place like Clinton. I mean, they're lucky to have one team at every age group. So you really can't have a league,
right? Which is why they come in and play with us, and we're happy to have anybody come and play with us. But what I would love to see is that those leagues grow. So Janesville has a very healthy program. Beloit has its own healthy, sustained, large program. Like every community has one where when you're going to school there and all your buddies are there and your family and friends are in this community, you're able to play baseball with them year round. I would love to see that come back.
Yeah, that'd be nice. But that's good, man. I've heard, it's state line baseball, and I know you guys service a lot of families for that baseball league, and you do a lot of hard work there.
We do our best, but we get a break.
Yeah,
that's always nice. For like the next month or so, we get to kind of breathe a little bit, assess the information from the season, and then we don't have to start really diving big time into it until about mid-November.
Yeah, just to get ready for the spring and start getting people together.
Yeah, so a little short break here.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, feels like too long since we've been able to talk about shit.
I know it. I only see you at social events now. You don't even come visit.
Well, you
used to eat dinner with us.
You stopped asking me over for dinner.
No.
The only thing you ask me over for now is
there
hot
is no
tub time.
asking.
And Jim, I love you.
Yeah,
I love you, Jim. But like
hot tub time is like tummy time.
No, I'd totally be down. It's just it just hasn't
cool.
worked out. I'm busy or sleeping by 9 o'clock. My old ass.
I didn't have to
likes
invite
to
you
go
before.
to bed at a decent
you just showed
hour,
up.
Jim. You can't call me at 11 o'clock at night being like, you up? And expect your bro to
on a
just
Friday
roll
or
through.
Saturday night. That's exactly what I expect.
No, my ass is asleep by 9:30,
dude,
10 o'clock.
I start falling asleep at like 9.
in the hot tub.
Sometimes that's happened.
That's really good.
Yeah,
that's really good. So what's going on with you, man?
Nothing, man. Just raising a teenager. That's fun. 16, full of bullshit and knows everything, and trying to navigate high school, social, sports.
Yeah,
you name it.
Yeah.
My mom,
football season right now, though, right?
It is. He's still at Boylan, which yay, he made it. Right?
Oh my god.
So, but they played Hano last week. They lost. That game was
that happens.
Yeah. Well, I will tell you this: that game was much more closer than what I was expecting. Because if you take the juniors and seniors, right, from say Hano and the juniors and seniors from like Boylan, you expect that a lot of those players played for the Junior Titans program, and well, coincidentally, like 17 out of the 22 starters at Hano played for the Rebels on offense and defense. So like Brian Kelly, Andy Buffalo, Brad Sendell, and Matt Jarvis and myself, like we put a lot of time into those kids, and there's others, Swansons and Harshbargers. Like there's a lot of great families that did that, and to see, it was fun as a parent. Even though we were sitting on the Boylan side this year, it was really fun to see all the boys out. Nathan got to play against his buddies.
Yep.
So he's a tight end at Boylan. He gets a lot of work there. So
yeah, right on.
Yeah.
My son never played.
Yeah,
not organized football at least. He was baseball.
Well, I don't know how much football is going to be in his life after this year. I just it's a month to month thing, and depending on what his heart desires, I guess.
What he wants. He's a teenager. He'll figure it out tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I told him. I said, what?
Perpetually tomorrow, he'll figure it out tomorrow.
I just told him, like, you're only in high school once.
Yeah.
You only get to be a senior stepping out onto the football field, for one season. Mm-hmm. And, if you don't want to do that, that's fine. I just kind of, I told him, I said, you don't want to be, and I said, the regret will happen very quickly. I said, when you graduate high school, and if you didn't do some things or you look back and you're like, man, why didn't I do that? It will happen before you're out of college. It will be very soon while you're in college, and you'll be like, what the fuck did I do?
I regret not playing football at the high school level. You
know what I'm saying? So I want him to know, it's up to him though, but ultimately, at least make good sound decisions off of good information and understand like what's next.
Yeah. You know what else I regret is who I asked. Who I asked to freshman homecoming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was his name? Ooh, we're not there yet.
Yeah. I had a good time, but I had options.
Yeah. Well,
And sometimes you don't check the right box, you know?
yeah, but those are okay. As long as you had pictures.
And
Right?
I'm honestly, I'm over here thinking like, I hope they're not watching. Because they'll know.
You just never know, man. You never know.
Oh, shit. That's funny.
So how about yourself? What's going on? So you had a pretty big summer, man. You were out in Oklahoma City.
Yeah. I went to, not Oklahoma City, but Tulsa.
Tulsa. Yeah. Close enough.
Yeah, we filmed that show down in Tulsa. That was a great experience. Met a ton of other entrepreneurs. The competition was thick.
Was Sylvester Stallone there?
No.
I thought he lived in Tulsa.
Does he?
He has a show about it.
Oh, I had no idea.
Just saying.
Honestly, when I arrived, I realized this is literally the only reason I would come to Tulsa.
Yeah. You've never. So he has a show. It's a series.
I've never.
Dude,
no,
it's
I don't follow Sylvester Stallone.
It's actually a pretty good show. He's a gangster that got out of prison after like 25 years. I swear to you, man. I swear to you, it's actually pretty good show. I'm not.
Okay.
Tulsa Kings, I think is the name of it.
So there's a show with Sylvester Stallone, and it's about him living in Tulsa.
I just wanted to see if he was there. If you ran into him.
No, I did. I unfortunately did not. No, I was locked down. We were in the live-in situation at the casino. So they basically the entire bottom half of the entire casino and hotel and everything was locked down for us.
Nice.
So I didn't leave the grounds for the entire week while we were filming. But it was really cool. I was able to focus on the business and the competition, met a lot of good people. And I'm going back in December to Kansas City to do the next phase of the program. So
that's awesome.
Yeah,
it's awesome to hear.
Cool. Yeah.
Now, what is that going to be? Very similar, like bring ideas or creatives to light, and then work in groups, or how does that work this time around?
So, if you remember, the reality show is mainly about business development. This is a incubator in a way, where a bunch of people come together and you learn amazing things about your business, and then it's framed in a competition and then filmed and then aired as a series, which our season that we filmed in July currently is planning on airing sometime in January. I'll post it when it comes up and make sure everybody's aware that our season is going to hit. But what I'm going to go do in December is going to be less about the competition. It's not about like airing it as a series or anything. It's like the expansion of the business development portion of the training. And I'm doing it because I don't get a ton of time to focus on my business, right? Like there's a lot of stuff I do for the community, and in my business, I'm focused a lot on other people's businesses because I'm helping them develop their business ideas and their branding and their marketing and all of their advertising plans. So all of these things that I should be doing to focus on growing my other business ideas, I never get to really think about them much because I'm always worried about somebody else's. I use this as a way to hyper focus on developing my business, to break myself away from all the other shit for a week, 2-3 weeks, and say, now's the time to think about my next plan. So
that's fair.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, I know it worked out well when I did it in July because I spent 3 months getting ready for it. And then
it forces you to work on yourself.
Exactly. Work on myself, work on my business, and really execute on those plans the right way. Instead of sitting on an idea, it forces you to take action. So I'm excited about getting back into doing that in December.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
And so how long will you be in Kansas City for?
That one will be another 5 days, I think.
Yeah. Dude, yeah. There is a restaurant down there. It's right before you get to downtown. They have all these indoor pickleball courts.
Okay.
And then they got bags and different things around. I'll get the name of it for you. It is a very cool place. We went down there. Aiden played some baseball down there at Creekside, which is right outside of Kansas City.
Okay.
And we took the team down there. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, right on.
It's right up your alley. They got good beer.
Yeah. Well, I'll look into the camera and I'll tell you, Wes Bergman, if you know what place my buddy's talking about, make sure you put it on the list. Take me out to dinner.
Yeah, Wes.
Yeah. So that'll be exciting. And of course, obviously the full summer of baseball and some of my personal trips that I like to take. Got a chance to take the kids out to the Dominican, and I'm going to see Justin Timberlake here in a couple weeks. 27th.
Hopefully he doesn't get arrested.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, my bad.
So you heard about that?
Bro, the whole world heard about that.
Yeah, well, it's because it's JT.
Well,
You know, the guy can't take a shit without somebody thinking about it.
well, I will say, so JT had his problems. Did you see last night that JC had some problems down at Tennessee? Jay Cutler got arrested for a DUI and had a bunch of guns in his car.
Are you serious?
He had one of them was loaded.
and we're not talking about the guns.
No,
We're
bro.
talking about
So, well, I think they didn't say anything about them obviously being illegal weapons, but
I guess.
if you get a DUI and you have a concealed carry weapon and it's loaded and accessible, it's going to be a problem.
that's unfortunate. But he hasn't been in the league
Dipshit.
for how
Like,
long?
what are you thinking, man? Like, what are you thinking? You're Jay Cutler, man. Like, don't be an idiot.
I guess, but that guy could fling it. He had one of the best arms in the league.
He did, but he didn't play well.
He was on the Bears, bro. For like he was a Bronco and then traded to the Bears.
I'll give him credit. So he had dude, I don't have 35,000 passing yards in the NFL, nor did I throw 227 touchdowns or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So, but nonetheless, he was he wasn't top tier. He was. I think Cutler was always second tier guy.
Okay.
I mean, problem he had is he had to go up against Peyton Manning, all the time. Like it just Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
I mean, it just wasn't going to be good for him.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's Jay Cutler.
Yeah, I know it.
Whatever.
So we went out to Vegas. Was it last month? So we stayed at a new hotel called Fountain Blue. It's on the far end of the strip down by the Wynn.
Okay.
What an amazing hotel and casino. This place is super cool. They're an international whatever.
Sure.
But they so while we were out there, they had the UFC. There was a UFC fight. It was Mexican New Year, and they had a UFC fight, and then there was a fight up at the MGM as well. So while we were there, we ran into
Sylvester Stallone.
No, I wish. We ran into the guy that is like a health coach for like Dana White. Does the DNA or the DNA testing and stuff and whatever.
Sure.
So and then while we're walking through, we were at the Conrad, and Laura and I are just walking through, and I was like, "Huh, it looks like Jake Paul." Sure as shit, him and his entourage come up. I had no time to get out my phone and be like, "Hey, bro, stop and take a picture with this douchebag from Illinois."
Yeah.
So we just fist bumped. I was like, "What's up, fellas?"
What's up?
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Cool.
He was a lot smaller than I thought he was.
Most people are.
Yeah, but he looked giant, like when he's in the ring and shit like that. But nonetheless, man, I don't know. I still want to be able to see him fight Tyson. I want to see that.
Come on, man.
So badly.
Come on. We've talked about this before, and I mean, I personally don't give a shit. And honestly, at this point, I don't think it's ever going to happen.
No, I don't think so either. I think Mikey T is just getting too old. He had some health problems. That's what canceled the last fight. So he had like some type of attack on a plane. I think
he's getting to that age, and Tyson doesn't have anything to prove. And honestly, Paul still does, and he's not going to prove it by fighting an old man.
No, I think eventually, and it was going to be a sanctioned fight. I think eventually Jake Paul is going to actually fight like a current, like that. That's his next step, right? He got to, but
Maybe.
Why? He's
doesn't need
making millions and millions of dollars fighting, washed up scrubs.
Why change it?
Yeah.
Why change it? I'm mad at myself for losing my cup, Jim.
Yeah. Well, thanks for that. That's how important it is to you. Doesn't surprise me.
I mean, the water still tastes the same.
Yeah, it's Rockford.
It's
Yeah, you're going to get lots of lead, lots of fluoride. They've said all these years that fluoride's so great for you. Now they find out it's not.
Thank you, Rockford, for the fluoride.
With some extra radium, please.
Yeah. No, the guys here at the studio, they run it through the Breda.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. I like charcoal filtration.
Yeah, there you go.
So yeah, it's been a busy year, man. My mom's getting ready to have another surgery. She's getting the freaking laser beam eyes that Laura got.
Oh yeah. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hi.
Yeah, she's
Love
doing the lens implant replacements or whatever.
Yeah.
She goes. It's like right before Thanksgiving, so this is going to be the first time in over 20 years she's not coming out for Thanksgiving.
Shut up.
She can't fly because of the pressures in her eyes and stuff. So I'm trying to convince her to come out for like a month after New Year's.
Okay.
So I mean, we should. I plan on posting this so her and all of her friends know, and the guilt trip can start.
It officially.
It's
right
going to be
now.
devastating not having Kathy there for Thanksgiving.
I do very much look forward to when she visits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's come out. She came out like 4 times this year, which was, I think, the most she's ever been out here.
Yeah. Well, hopefully the surgery goes well.
Yeah. She's nervous, but like
it's an easy recovery, isn't it?
yeah, it's all outpatient. It takes a couple hours. You know, she'll be out of there, and she has to take somebody has to take her home. But she's doing one eye the 1 week, and then the other eye like a week or 2 after to get them done. So, but she has worn contacts or like glasses since she was a kid.
Camera 1.
This is going to get rid of. She won't have to wear glasses again. Maybe some cheaters for reading, but I think she chose the one like Laura's that has the bifocal in it.
Okay.
So my mom's she can't remember the last time she didn't have glasses or contacts.
Yeah. Well,
So
there you go.
she's got a little bit of glaucoma, a little bit of cataracts. So
Speaking of getting old,
right?
yeah, bodies just start falling apart.
They do, man. They
Yep.
do. Like, you just never know what it's going to hit you.
I know. I'm trying to stay on top of it with all my supplements and going to bed at 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah. Did you get your colonoscopy scheduled?
I have not done that thing.
Don't wait. Don't shit in the box either. Don't do that. So I didn't do it, and I procrastinated. So it's important to know because they do the
What if that's the only way I can, Jim?
No,
what if I don't have...
they give you the option. They'll say, hey, do the color guard thing. So my old boss is like, don't do it. He's like, they're going to make you go in and do a colonoscopy anyway. So I procrastinated and didn't even think about it, right? Just schedule your colonoscopy. Just get it done.
And what if I don't?
Well, you roll the dice, man.
Yeah, I suppose so. I have every intention of doing that, Jim.
Yeah.
But I'm pretending that I'm not as old as I am right now, and sitting down.
How old are you now?
I'm 43 years old now.
Are you lying?
No,
You're not 44.
I am 43. Yeah,
Yeah, you're getting in the window, brother.
I know. It's that.
I tell you this, colonoscopy saved my life.
Yeah, I feel that, man. I feel that.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm thinking I should probably get mine.
Yeah. I'm obviously a huge fan of that now. Right? It actually wasn't that bad.
As am I, because here you are.
I wanted to document it, and in the heat of the moment, it didn't happen. But looking back, I was like, son of a bitch, I should have videoed and documented some things.
The whole process?
Yeah.
Well, here we are.
Yeah. Wow. Man, it was a whirlwind. I had 2 colonoscopies back to back within 5 days of one another.
Yeah.
And so the prep it crushed me.
Spend half your life on a toilet prepping for it.
Well, in a week, I lost like 12, 18 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
But you know what? I had some surgery, lost some weight there too.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It's the best weight loss plan on the market today.
Right?
Get your colonoscopy done.
I'm telling you, like shit changed.
Is that
for real?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you got it done.
Yeah, me
and
too.
I'm glad everything went well. And here we are months later, and it's like it never happened.
Yeah, sometimes it's still it's a very scary process, right? When somebody tells you you got cancer, I don't care how old you are. It's pretty fucking devastating.
It's like a Mike Tyson punch to the face.
Yeah. And every day I still think about it.
Yeah.
Luckily, the surgeon that I had. So I went. I went to Rockford Gastro.
Mm-hmm.
The doctors over there are fantastic. I wanted to go. I felt more comfortable going up to UW, the Carbone Cancer Center,
Sure.
and they have a colorectal cancer center there that is amazing. And coincidentally, my doctor was like, she's the chief whatever. She's the main professor for the School of Medicine, or like the director of the School of Medicine. And then her team, they were just amazing. But I was out of there in less than 48 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember. I
mean,
remember messaging you when you were laying there trying to recover, and you're just talking about, well, I need to fart or poop.
Both. And pee. So my biggest, actually the worst part that I was most scared of for the surgery was a catheter.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I obviously don't want to be awake for something like that, dude. So
I feel that.
they reassured me, and they executed well, and I was not awake while putting in or taking out, which was perfect. So, but I still had to take a piss before I left the hospital too. So I did that all within the first 12 hours. Because as soon as I woke up, I said, what do I need to do to get out of here?
Yeah.
Because they told me it was going to be like 4 to 7 days in the hospital. I'm telling you, after the first 3 hours, I was like, no freaking way, man. Like,
get me out.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
Aiden had a baseball tournament. They were down at St. Charles on Friday night. They came back and picked me up. I had surgery on his birthday on a Wednesday, and the ride home was a little rough because I stopped immediately taking any drugs. So they were, after surgery, they want to push oxycodone or whatever down your throat, and then ibuprofen and Tylenol. And so I started off with immediately within after the first 8 hours, I said, I don't want any more oxy because I don't like the way it makes me feel, and whatever. And then, so I went home on Friday. By Sunday, I was done taking ibuprofen and aspirin as well, because, I mean, you look at all that stuff, that crushes your organs. So I was just like, I don't want any more stuff that, all my issues, I was like, I had in the transverse colon, they say that that's typically not hereditary. So I just kind of looked at the doctor. It was like, so I did this shit to myself, like, and she's like, well, kind of. So
I got nobody to blame,
right? And so that was that immediately sparked a difference in my thought process.
Yeah, that's
for what
fantastic.
I'm putting in my body.
I remember one time when I was in the hospital for my knee surgery, and it took forever to get out of that place. Not because they wanted to hold on to me, but because they put way too much shit in my lower half to numb me up for it.
Yeah.
Because they asked me, do you want to be knocked out? Do you
The
want
nerve
just,
blocker
just
is
the general
badass.
for the thing? Well, they pumped me full of this shit to just knock out my lower half because I didn't want to.
Yeah,
I didn't want to be in the hospital for too long, right? And they say, yeah, that'll wear off over just a few hours, and you'll wake up and you'll be fine. You can go home. Sure enough, they pumped me full of it. I'm laying down in the room, and they said, you should doze off, but you're not going to be knocked out. Like, this should put you to sleep, and you'll wake up in like an hour or two and in the recovery room. Sure enough, I wasn't asleep. And then they go to cut me open, and I could feel it. And I'm like, what? Doc, like, look, what? and he's good. Like, oh, here, have some more. And then they got inside, and I started feeling them inside, and they're like, oh, that's not good. Pump me some more.
That sounds like Laura's experience giving birth. She took the narcotics too early, and then she took the epidural, and it wore off.
It was terrible. Like, I can say it wasn't one of those insane pains, but you could definitely feel it, and it hurt, and it pinched, and they're like, you shouldn't feel anything. You should actually be sleeping right now. So they kept pumping me full of this shit. And then they get done with the surgery. I'm laying in the room, and they're surprised I'm not falling asleep yet. I'm just staring at the ceiling there, and I can't move my legs. I'm laying there for probably 8, 9, 10 hours, and I should have been gone 6 hours ago.
Oof.
And they're confused. They're like, you got to get out of this bed. And I'm like, I can't move my legs. Like, you guys gave me too much shit. And I'm like, the thing I remember the most about this moment was, this is so dumb, is laying there, and realizing how numb you are from everything, and I got curious, and I go, and I grab my junk, and I start twiddling around.
Like, nope,
And I was
feel
like,
that.
can't feel that. It's literally, it felt like I was messing with somebody else's.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I believe it.
It was the weirdest feeling in my life. I still remember how funky that was. And then I was like, yep, I'm not going anywhere. Not anytime soon. A couple hours later, they basically said I have to get out, and I was able to move my legs enough, but it was basically people carrying me out. I couldn't walk for like a day and a half. It was so dumb.
I woke up, so both colonoscopies, I woke up at the end, and I just started talking to the doctor. He's like, in the first one, he's like, hey, like I'm trying to finish. I can't talk to you anymore. And so, yeah, dude, I was like, oh, sorry. I mean, I didn't feel, I was just like, I was watching the video, man. Like the video screen was,
Oh, that looks cool. What you doing, Doc?
I did say that. I was like, that
You're
looks,
over here like,
I was like, that looks amazing.
Sup, Doc?
Like I'm laying on my left side, and he's behind, and I was just like, I tried to look in my peripheral, and I was like, hey Doc, I was like, what you doing, buddy?
I'm saving your life, bro. Shut up.
So, and then like from surgery, man, that nerve blocker.
Yeah.
So until I had surgery, I have never been in a surgical or in an operating room or had a broken bone or
gosh, yeah.
anything. So
I've been in way too many.
So I vividly remember when, they took me out of the waiting area and they gave me the nerve block or whatever. And I get into the operating room, and I swear to you, man, it looked like a storage room. Like, and it was all stainless shit. And like, they had like this, those things we have for our pool that, you sit on the foam thingies.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they had on the stainless steel table. And they were like, yep, we're going to put you over here. And I was like, that's it. Like, there's nothing. I said, what if my butt gets cold?
They don't have to make these rooms pretty. People tend not to be awake when they get into them. And they definitely don't look like they make them out in the movies.
No, there wasn't. I mean, I guess I didn't really recognize or see any like fancy equipment. It was just very cold, and there was like LED lights everywhere, like all kinds of lighting.
Oh yeah,
that's all and then I think I was only in there for about 45 seconds, and then they were like, okay, count backwards.
Yeah,
and
then you wake up, you see your shitter tube on the TV, and you start conversating with the doctor.
Well, that was from surgery. I didn't see anything because they didn't videotape that, or if they did, they didn't show me.
Yeah.
So when I woke up, I was in the ICU or whatever it was, and but they ended up keeping me there because they didn't have any rooms upstairs. So what's nice about like when you come out of surgery and you're in one of those rooms, it's not Gen Pop. Those rooms require like constant care. So I had somebody to talk to. So I had this nurse, and she was so nice, man. And she listened to me babble for at least 6 hours, man, because I couldn't go to sleep at that point.
Yeah.
But, I think she was happy to get off work whenever she got to leave.
So she agrees that.
Oh man, I couldn't stop talking. I had all the questions, right? Like I was like, how'd it go? Tell me more. And
Right.
But it went well, and they took out 18 inches of my colon, which was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
They originally told me, it's like, oh, it's just going to be a little bit. And they needed to get to like lymph nodes and all that stuff so they could for pathology and stuff.
Yeah.
And so everything's clear. So I go back in December for MRIs of like my chest, abdomen, pelvis, just see everything.
And check in.
Yeah. And then I got to do another colonoscopy next summer. And I'll do that repeatedly, and they'll still do the CT scans next year. It'll be the same thing for like 2 or 3 years. If everything's clear, they'll push it to every 3 to 5 years.
Well, so, I can appreciate the follow up.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and my mother, breast cancer diagnosis, went through multiple surgeries, tons of treatment, still taking her pills, therapies. So
it's real,
I can appreciate the science, the doctors, the research, and all of the awareness that goes into making it possible for people to get tested properly, get the treatment that they need so they can stay in people's lives.
Yeah. People under 50 are getting cancer at an alarming rate in this country.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
It's terrible.
One of the main ones is colorectal cancer.
It's absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, there's a lot of awareness for ladies to get tested
Yeah.
for breast cancer, right? But there's not a ton to push men for the same. Now, keep in mind, men can actually get breast cancer. It's not just a female thing. It's just predominantly in females. But the pushing people to get their colonoscopies, that's a dirty word for a lot of guys.
It is, man. And I tell you this, the process was not what I was expecting. I mean, the prep sucks, but it wasn't that bad, man. You drink some shit, you go to the bathroom a whole bunch.
Yeah.
But in the end, like, I was starving. When I got done, I had the largest breakfast I've ever eaten in my entire life. We went to RBI, and Laura sat there in awe as the amount of food that I shoveled into my mouth.
That's awesome.
I was starving.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, I'm a big proponent for it. It's because of that research that you're here. It's because of that research that my mother is here. And that's why I wear pink, like, literally every day over the month of October to support a campaign to try to raise money. So that's my plug, I guess. If you're watching
is that
this,
pink or is that salmon?
this is whatever pink
Fuchsia.
you want to call it.
It's not dark enough
it
for
doesn't
fuchsia,
match
but it's
the
definitely.
wristband.
I think it's more salmon.
Well,
Kiko, what do you think, man? Salmon?
Sure.
Yeah. See,
I like it.
agreed upon
Sound
by
like,
by 66% of men at City Studios right now. That is salmon.
the only opinion I care about in this building when it comes to fashion is Josiah.
100%.
Although, Kiko, you kill it though, bro. Like,
Oh, thank you.
yeah, you kill it. I appreciate you.
Yeah, you guys always look dressed to the nines.
Yeah, you know what's up. But I wear it. I want people to ask about it. Why do you wear pink so much? I want people to ask so we can have that honest conversation, because there's a lot of dirty words in cancer. There's a lot of emotion, and there's a lot of action that we need to take. And I'm going to ask you for money. I want people to donate money to the fund. I have a personal campaign with the Men Wear Pink out of Chicagoland.
Didn't I see some Billie Eilish tickets out there?
There's currently, only for the next couple of days, if you donate before the 21st,
Yeah.
your donations will go into a raffle. So you get, I think it's $25, get you one ticket, $50 get you two. I think you get like five.
That's cool that you're able,
tickets for $100.
you're able to do something like that to at least, I don't want to say entice, but it helps entice people to like donate for the cause, because you get a chance to win something.
Yeah, I mean, we want to give people as many reasons to donate support as possible.
Yeah.
There's tons of organizations and people that you can try to give money to, but this is one that, again, it's hard to talk about cancer and the impact it has on people's individual lives and the people that we lose to cancer. It's emotional. It's
ugly.
It's ugly. But it can also be very powerful, and it can really bring out a lot of love and support in a community and a family. I know it did that for my family. So every month, I don't care how annoying you think I am going to wear pink, and I'm going to ask you to donate.
Yeah. So, no, I love it, man.
Yeah.
I love it. Speaking of great organizations, did I hear correctly that there is right here at City Stage Studios, here in a couple weeks, there is a casino night, 007.
Oh, yeah, dude. It's going to be fucking awesome.
Yeah, man. That sounds like a lot of fun. I know Laura and I are excited.
Yeah, it's going to be so freaking cool. We came up with the James Bond themed for the casino night some time ago, and bringing it here to the film studio just matches. So we're going to absolutely change this place and make it feel like we're filming
everything
a James Bond
that these
movie.
guys touch looks fucking amazing. Like,
oh yeah,
the studio that I cannot wait to be part and be able to go in there, and because I know, just like you said, Josiah is it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
he'll make it epic.
Absolutely. I'm actually going to meet with him after we're done filming here, talk about some of the layout and what we have to do for the set. But we've got Napleton's is hooking us up with a Aston Martin that will be in studio for us. Yeah, an actual Aston Martin.
Ooh.
And I'm telling you, that's going to be pretty badass.
You know who had an Aston Martin? Is Asta. I wonder if he got rid of it. I think he sold it.
You sure?
I'm positive.
I thought he
saw
had a
it.
Dodge Viper.
No, bro. No.
Ryan Asta.
Yeah.
He had
I
a
think-
Dodge Viper.
No, bro.
Yeah, he did.
No, I'll text him right now.
Bro, bet. He had a Dodge Viper.
No, you're wrong. I'm going to.
Kiko, while he's researching how wrong he actually is in this particular case, let's talk about my belt.
Your belt.
Yeah.
Your two-tone reversible belt.
Yeah.
Yes. It's in the works. I got the buckle. I'm picky when it comes to buckles, so I wanted to get you something that was going to like match your vibe and your style a little bit. Something durable as well, because most of the black buckles we discuss are either painted or some type of coating that's going to wear off with use. But I think I got you a good one now.
Yeah. See, this is why I trust Kiko with this stuff.
Yeah.
He appreciates the details.
Dude, like, I love the coasters and like, he does some cool shit.
It's good shit.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I'm looking forward to it, man. I am not purchasing new leather belts right now in hopes that that I can just get my entire wardrobe of belts taken care of by you. So
I got you.
killing it. So how wrong are you?
I'm waiting for the response. I asked him what year it was. I know he had it. I saw it.
He might have had an SMR, but he definitely had a Dodge Viper.
No. That's not what you said.
And I never knew him to have an SMR.
It was in his garage at the house out by not Chicory Ridge. What's the other one?
Okay.
You know where
I'm gonna
By
roll
Hidden
back the
Creek.
tape. I'm gonna roll back this tape and see, because I don't remember saying he didn't have an Aston Martin. I remember saying
Yes, you did.
that he had a Dodge Viper.
Yeah, I don't know about a Dodge Viper. I know the Aston Martin because I was in his
Rewind
garage.
the tape. See how wrong
Said
I
he
am
didn't
on that.
have an Aston
If he
Martin.
had an Aston Martin and I claimed he did not have an Aston Martin, I'll buy you a drink.
You're gonna fucking do that anyway.
Yeah.
Like,
However,
I'm not buying you anything.
No. Did he own a Dodge Viper or not?
That I'm not aware.
I guess maybe we're both right.
Yeah, I'm
Because
sure.
I'm
we're-
unaware of an Aston Martin. I know he had a Dodge Viper,
maybe
which
so.
which actually they discontinued those a while ago too.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, the casino night, that is going to be a fantastic event. People need to buy tickets to that. It's going to be one of those super unique experiences that you're only going to get once. And we're going to deck this place out.
I got
for
my tuxedo picked out already.
Do you?
I'm coming for sure.
Heck yeah. I can't decide which James Bond vibe I want to go with because
I'm gonna go with the Ken Barbie James Bond vibe.
yeah.
I'm Knuff.
Okay.
Knuff.
Yeah, well, we'll see how well that goes over. Yeah. There's one I'm playing with. It's the Goldfinger gray suit
Yeah.
that I'm thinking I might go with because it's different. A lot of people are just going to go with their standard black tux. I'm thinking
Go
James
with
Bond does a
Octopussy?
really great gray suit
Yeah.
in Goldfinger, but we'll see.
I think go all white.
If it's on brand, I want to see what the ladies wear. I mean, seriously, they have a large list of amazing James Bond girl outfits that they could wear. There's a ton of classy dresses,
Yeah.
and I'm hopeful that we see a couple of movie accurate representations. That would be really cool.
I don't know if anybody's going to go that far.
I know that Danny is planning on wearing something that looks like a tuxedo. It's like a female tuxedo.
What?
Thing? It's dude. She's gonna look great. She will look absolutely fantastic.
Nobody wants to see girls in tuxedos, man.
Trust me. When you see her in this,
I mean, I guess
You're gonna-
you know what? That's a wrong statement. Some people do.
you're
My
gonna
bad.
you're gonna appreciate it. Yeah, no doubt about it.
We shall see.
Yeah, exactly. Well, anyways, my drink is empty. I think we got to go get ourselves a drink now after we meet and talk with Josiah about the layout for casino night. But
I'm not meeting Josiah about the layout for casino night, man.
Oh,
I got shit to do. I thought we had like 14 more minutes.
14 more for what? What do you want to talk about, Jim? What do you want to talk? That was disrespectful of me to dismiss your desires to have a conversation with your best friend. What would you like to talk about, Jim?
Are you done?
Yes.
just stuff
and things.
and things. So,
This is what I have to deal with.
so Aiden's now in the recruiting process for baseball.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's a junior now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they can actually speak with him for real.
You know, a lot of people start the process earlier. Laura and I kind of sat back and wanted to see what that landscape would look like.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a couple feet in the fire. We're going down to Stetson University here in a couple weeks.
Okay.
And so it's a dead period for NCAA, but they can't reach out and they can't talk to you unless you are at their camp. So it's a Hatter's ID camp that they invited him to, which we're super excited. We're going to be down there. We're going to Disney. So this is going to be the first time we've been back to Disney in a while. So, and then from there we have D1 Summit. It's the same week as the CMAs. And they're
in Nashville.
In Nashville.
Yeah.
So Tebow's going to be there with us.
Okay.
He's one of the main keynotes for D1, but we're super excited to be down there.
So
We're taking Aiden and his buddy Tyler with us for the week.
are you going to invite me so I can meet these people and we can become a preferred vendor for some of D1's
You should come
marketing
down.
services?
You should come down. So I'll give you the dates. I want to say it's the 20th and 21st or 19th and 20th. It's the Wednesday, Thursday of that week.
Okay. I'll have to check it out.
So Wyndham, they have the Margaritaville place at the end of the strip there.
Yeah, I've stayed there.
So that's where we're staying. So we got rooms down there.
It's literally walking distance from all of Broadway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're doing Summit at the Marriott, which we stayed at last year. But because we're going down, I was like, well, might as well use our Wyndham points and timeshare or whatever it is. And Laura looked at it like 6 months ago and was able to book it, which was really cool. We got Aiden and Tyler their own studio for a couple of days down there. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Well, it's not going to be all-inclusive room service,
No.
so
We're
make
not
sure
looking-
you monitor their purchases.
Oh, yeah, no. There won't, no. So that's where we're sleeping.
14 different plates of hot dogs and French fries and
Dude, it's like fucking garbage
chicken
disposals.
fingers.
So, but yeah, so what else, man? It's been just, I don't know. It's been a crazy year.
Mm-hmm.
It has. It just because of all the happenings, I'm kind of looking forward to what 2025 is going to bring, and having a new look, an outlook, and kind of being prepared.
Yeah.
So
Every year's different.
meet new people, talk about new things.
I'm looking forward personally just to get away from the politics. Like I want to be done with it all. I want to get through November and into
It's gross.
February and get back to where you can actually have honest, open conversations with people just about life in general without it always becoming a fight.
Yeah. Well, people, what kills me is like, there's no reason to be rude to people. I mean, people are going to disagree, right?
Yeah.
And I think disagreement is good. It's healthy.
Well, yes, disagreement is good. It's the divisiveness that I do not like.
Yeah, no,
It's the disrespect.
Adults
the
ruin everything.
It's just unfortunate.
it's like youth sports. Adults ruin youth sports.
Touché.
But yeah, so Christmas, Thanksgiving. We're boring today, man. What's wrong with you?
Boring.
Yeah, you just don't bring the flair.
It's
you're
because
not bringing the flash.
Jim, it's because for the first time ever, when I say I'm drinking water, it's actually water in this cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's not because you had to make that choice.
No, I just felt like I was thirsty for water.
Yeah. So you're 43.
Yeah. Say it again for the people in the back, Jim.
What's going on here?
My hair?
Yeah.
I'm here? No, this always stays
Yeah, but it looks
pretty well trimmed. I've been growing out my hair. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been growing it out, trying to tease it a little bit. I actually it should
You
have
gonna
been
do like
cut.
a man bun, like a real short one up top?
You wish.
I'd love
You
it.
wish.
I'd love to make fun of you for it. Yes, I want you to do that.
I just woke up one day and I said, you know what? I'm gonna skip this haircut and see how far we can push it. So my stylist understands my goals, and she's been doing really well keeping up with it. Kind of keep it shaped as I try to grow it out. But I ended up having to cancel my last appointment because
So
just
now you've missed 2.
No. I've only missed the one. I've been growing this out and cutting it back and reshaping it for about 6 months now. It's just my last appointment where it would have been cut back a little bit and reshaped. I had to miss that one. So,
So I too have been 6 months.
You've grown it out.
Yeah,
Jimmy's grown his hair out.
This is all I get. This
my
is,
shit's
this is
long.
about 4 months.
My shit's getting real long, and it's not easy to take care of. So you'll see me in hats quite a bit over the winter for sure.
Yeah.
Or I might go back and cut it back to normal. I don't know. Maybe the audience can say what they want me to do with my hair, so I can completely ignore them and do what the fuck I want anyways.
Booyah, booyah, booyah. We got to drink some wine here soon.
Oh yeah,
Get
dude.
the
We were
ladies
talking. Let's get together. Let's do a whole dinner. Let's pound like 4 bottles of wine.
So do you know how many? So all right, we got a couple minutes.
Yeah.
So I do want to talk about this. So all these wines, the last time we went out, these 2021s, they're all getting 100-point scores, man.
Oh, so it's a good year.
Oh, God.
Well, they were saying it was going to be a good year.
AXR.
I tasted a bunch of really good shit.
The AXR stuff.
Yeah.
I think the 2019 and the 2021 stuff, there were a bunch of them, and Laura was just like, she started showing me, and I was like, holy shit, we got a bunch of those.
Got a bunch of them, yeah. It's Rudd. I was very impressed with Rudd. I haven't received Mowe yet.
Yeah, we haven't either. So Laura called out there. So I saw, this is why I wanted to talk about this. These guys, obviously, I thought that was one of the most amazing wine tasting.
Super unique and quite good wine. They're
in their home.
Yeah.
MOWE. They, so on one of the Facebook pages for Napa, I saw that somebody was asking if they just had a release like a week and a half ago. They released this year's vintage.
Okay.
So they sold out in 3 hours.
Yeah.
Everything that they have.
They're not making a ton of
few hundred cases.
Right.
But nonetheless, sold out.
Yeah.
First day.
It's really good.
In a couple hours.
Really good. I'm excited to get ours.
It's going to be a cult wine, brother.
Yeah. I think I only got a couple of bottles.
We did 3 of the white and 3 of the red.
Did you?
Yeah. So,
okay.
But we're hearing all kinds of things. Everybody's loving it. We were some of the first people to taste that vintage. So we're super excited.
We popped a bottle of the B Cellars
Ooh.
last night.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it was the Sangiovese. It was a 2021.
Yeah, we have. I was just looking at that. We're looking to have the Mowe folks. We want to get them.
Bring them out.
Yeah,
have them come to a dinner. I'm all in on that, man.
So we were hoping to do a dinner with a tasting with them, but they have no wine left. It's gone.
You use ours,
right? We'll break out one bottle of them.
You know they saved some for their own.
Oh yeah, they have to. But I mean, I'm sure they got some big, larger formats as well.
Yeah, just shoot them a text. I'll shoot them a text if I have to.
So AXR just had a 100-point wine as well,
okay.
And
who?
It's their. I think it was the complexity.
No.
AXR.
No. Who is
James Suckling?
Very good, because that's the guy that I tend to.
Yeah, we follow him as well. I called my plug out there, and for our allocation, I said, hey, we've already bought some of this, but now that this is a 100-point wine, could you add a couple to our allocation? Yeah, absolutely, man.
No problem.
They sent us a couple extra bottles, and which was nice.
Yeah, so, very good. 2021, very good year.
They're saying 2023 could be even better.
Okay.
So I think we're just about done with this, aren't we?
I mean, we'll come back. I
could sit and bullshit for another.
We'll come back real soon.
Yeah. You said 3 o'clock.
I suppose. I'm not sure people want to sit and listen to us for this long, Jim.
I don't necessarily do this for other people.
I mean, I could sit down and sip on.
I want to be honest. I enjoy doing this, but I'm not necessarily trying to cultivate people. I just like.
It's because you love me.
Well, yeah, man. Yeah. You're my best friend. You're my best friend.
Very good. Kiko, any questions for me or Jim? Since it's
what
been
is
like,
wine? I only know one liquor, it's tequila.
Hey,
so
think
the nectar of the grape.
Think down in the mainland for you. It's basically sangria without the citrus.
No fruit.
Oh, that's what that is.
Yeah.
Got it. Thank you.
I mean, up until recently, Mad Dog 2020 was one of my favorite wines.
Yeah. That's actually something funny. The thing about sangria, you told me about this, Kiko. When I go down to Mexico and I ask for sangria, I get wine and lemonade. That's it. It's just wine mixed with lemonade. And I got to be honest, it's pretty fucking good.
Well, I thought
Some places have all this extra stuff that they put into it in
so
liqueurs and different fruits.
You go to Epcot and the Mexican sangria in Mexico has
it's
tequila.
A tequila.
That is amazing.
What do you know, Kiko? What do you know sangria to be?
Well, sangria has thousands of different recipes. Everybody makes it differently. The base, of course, is red wine. Your case, sounds like lemonade. The recipe that I know contains way more than that. Like maybe 6-7 ingredients total, including some brandy as well.
Ooh.
I put brandy in mine when I make it. Brandy, peach schnapps, apple juice, cinnamon.
Say what?
Yeah, a whole bunch of shit. So that's how you would make it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
Right.
The restaurant I used to work at, they make some really great sangria, and that's where I got the recipe from. So yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying, when I go down to Mexico and I ask for a sangria, it tends to be just red wine and lemonade. And I was turned off by it at first, thinking that's fucking cheap. But the more I drink it, the more I find that it's actually quite pleasing. Super simple.
My favorite sangria I ever had, I don't even know if the restaurant's open in Chicago anymore, was Cafe Iberico.
Oh, that's.
Have you been down there?
That's pretty. That's super Spaniard. So really close to what it is.
Like we used to go there, or Baba Riba, which was just down on, I think it was on Clark or Addison, but Cafe Iberico, their food was out of this world.
Yeah.
And they had paellas, and so, but they used to have, like, you'd watch the wait staff go over, and if you'd order a pitcher of sangria, they had these 50-gallon garbage cans full
I love
of
it.
sangria.
I
And
love
they,
it.
they would just dip your the pitcher right in there and then come right back. And I was like, oh shit.
You know what I need in my life? Really good empanadas. Oh, I need really good freaking empanadas.
Man.
Hard to find.
Guantajanto. I don't know about empanadas, but the grocery
what
store.
Are you bringing it up for? You're just disappointed. You're thinking I'm going to get
I'm telling you,
empanadas.
so I took Laura there over the weekend. We went and got some burritos and tacos. The Guantajanto grocery store it's over by Marinelli Field.
Is that the one we were talking about before? It's Kiko's favorite taco spot.
Yeah.
I went.
Store, yeah.
Kiko, I went. So I went myself, but then I finally invited Laura. And it did not disappoint. She was like, holy shit. Like, all their sauces were delicious. And it was just, but the burrito is like 8 pounds. Like, you got to be prepared to eat, man.
FYI, you can also hire them to come out and cook at your party.
Oh, no shit. Yep. They do like cater, like. Oh.
Yeah, they bring like a flat grill, and they cook all the meat there and everything.
Dude, I tell you this.
There you go.
Is the best I've had. They're hands down, not even close.
I like it. Jim, we just hit the 1 hour mark.
Yay!
And I'm calling it.
Yeah, it's time.
You're going to have to shut up. I'm going to have to shut up. We'll come back and do this thing again. I'm really looking forward to sharing our lives with all these people, the 14 people that follow us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sharing lives, sharing Peters. Willie Fisterbottom.
Cut his mic off. We're done. We're done. Anyways. Until next time.
Ladies.
Peace.
See you guys. I used to
Sharon Peters.
So when Laura and I did a co-ed softball league at Forest Hills Diamond.